Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About You. In today's video, I will be going over the Boston ARG event. Alright, so this wasn't actually in Boston, it was in Worcester. I believe I'm pronouncing it semi-correctly. But anyways, so it was 120 players in attendance, roughly. I believe it was like 118, 119, so we'll just cap it up to 120. The event ran pretty well. You know, the staff was basically, let's just say that ARG was understaffed overall, and they were managing 2 events during day 2, so things got a little chaotic, but overall it was pretty cool. Day 1 in Swiss went pretty well. I personally during day 1 was kind of struggling. I won't say I was in the bubble, but I didn't make it clean in like I normally do. Normally I'm first through like 5th seed. So this event was a little difficult. My matchups were not the greatest because Zeno is very relevant in this format. Most decks are running Chain Attack and Zeno, as you already know, and I was playing Apes. I decided to play a tier 2 deck in this format, and the reason why I did this was because I wanted to 1, challenge myself, and 2, I'm saving my best deck for Gen Con, which you guys will be seeing me in less than 2 weeks from now. So with that being said, I want to first showcase some of the mats that I got from the event. As you can see, we have the finalist mat and the 2nd place trophy, which I came in 2nd and during the top cut in day 2. Then we have the ARG Team Wars champion mat. We won Team Wars, but we didn't even have to play for it. Unfortunately, our opponents, they had to leave right away, so they tried to offer to split. And we said, no, we're gonna play it out. And we were like, God Squad. And we were just going crazy in the venue. And they were like, yeah, we'll pass, you guys win. And we basically took the $200 home. And then we got this mat, which was my entry mat. It's a beautiful mat. I decided to put in some money for it because it's a why not. So overall, it was a relatively successful weekend. Again, I came in 2nd place. I came in 14th place during Swiss rounds in top 16. Again, that's like my poorest performance during Swiss. And then I actually came in 2nd in the finals, and I almost won it. My opponent was playing a Bergamo mono blue deck with SS3, and I was playing Apes SS3. We call it like Mom Apes because I'm running Videl, and I'm also running Bardak's wife in the deck, Jean. So that was pretty much it. Again, I'm gonna give you guys a short recap before we get into the deck profile. During the finals, there was a mishap that occurred. But with that being said, that was pretty much it. Now we are going to get onto the deck profile. All right, guys. So this is the deck profile for the 2nd place Boston Championship. Here's my finalist mat, as you can see, and here's the trophy, as you guys saw earlier. So, starting off, we are running the SS3 leader. You guys already know who this is. It's one of the best leaders in the game. He is one of the most generic leaders in the game. He allows you to untap energy at the end of your turn once he's awakened, and as you know, his front side allows you to start off with 2 energy by discarding a card right off from the beginning of the game. So we're not going to talk too much about him because this is a relevant leader in the format. Now, going on to the actual list, we ran for Bardock the Pro. I don't really call him by his full name because he is one of the best cards in the game. He's extremely pro. So with that being said, his effect is when he comes into play, he takes a life, and he has the ability of swapping, which is pretty amazing. Moving forward, from my 8 package in the deck, I ran 4 Great Ape Prince Vegeta. And the Prince Vegeta's ability is, when he comes into play or is comboed, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and select an ape and add it to your hand. If you add it into your hand, you discard a card from your hand. Pretty simple. He has critical, he's a blocker, and he's a 20k. He's a big beat stick. The next ape that we play, and the last ape that we play in this deck, yes, I said last, is for Bardock. Bardock is amazing. Bardock Will of Iron. He is a double strike, blocker, and auto. When you combo with this card, you can place it over a Bardock on the board. Now, what's so amazing in this deck is that you can use him early on to help you awaken, and then you can combo this, and when you combo this in that combo area afterwards, it goes right over him. So that's pretty amazing because you're able to get a lot of combo power in, and you're able to start off with an aggressive game state, which is pretty awesome. Now we're gonna go over the mom package, which is why I said we run Mom Apes. We run 4 Caring Mother Vidal. This girl was actually inspired by an acquaintance of mine. He actually goes to locals occasionally. His name is Chris T, at least we call him. He's done pretty well at events. I believe he has 2 or 3 tops. He was playing this on me, and I used it before, but I didn't like it when I first used it because I felt like it was more luck-based. Like if you don't have her, it's like you go minus because you rarely ever drop her in a game. But when I saw him playing against me, he actually took a game off me. It was very close. We were both playing apes against one another, but his ape deck was souped up while mine wasn't. Except his was mono yellow, while me, I can't do that. Like, I'd rather take an L in energy. When I drop an energy, if it's blue or red, I don't mind. I'd rather take the L in that way so I can run the best cards of the game in the deck. Doesn't matter. He just wanted his whole deck to be mono so that he had the most consistency during gameplay. So her ability is, when you activate her effect, you put it in rest mode, you draw a card. Afterwards, you can select one of your battle cards and give plus 5k. Now, what's so cool about this card is that if you synchronize it with the Bardock, when he comes into play, you take a life. Then when you use his swap effect, before you swap him out, you play her from your hand. And that's great, because now you have a free 2-drop, so instead of her costing 2, she's actually free. And then you can proceed to use her as you like. So this is one of the best cards. Now, the next mom package we have is Jean, Family of Justice. And she is an amazing card. She's a free blocker. As you guys know, I'm known for running free blockers. I ran Kale, Dartless Kale, and I've ran other blockers in the past. So I don't usually run negates. I'm known for using blockers. And she can be put in play for free when you control a Bardock, any Bardock, the monkey or the small Bardock. So she's there to protect her man to the end. Now, moving on to the negate package, we have 4 Master Roshis. Master Roshi is one of the best cards in the game, hands down. He's a combo piece. His effect is counterattack. You can negate an attack of your opponents by putting him in play. He costs 1 yellow. So you literally tap 1 yellow, you negate, and after negating, you're able to use him as a combo piece on the board. Moving forward, we run 4 Flying Nimbus. This is the best negate that is an extra card in the game. What it does is, you negate your opponent's attack, pay 1 yellow. Additionally, if you discard 1 yellow card out of your hand, your opponent can only attack with 1 more battle card for the rest of the turn. It doesn't matter if they have a whole board, they can have 20 attackers on field, and they can only attack 1 more time. So normally when your opponent attacks with their leader first, you screw them out of an attack, and they only have 2 attacks for the price of discarding 1 yellow. Amazing. Now moving on to the extra cards of the deck, we run 2 Successors of Hope. I wanted to make sure that I was consistent in reaching Bardock, because he is the heart of the deck. You need Bardock in order for the deck to run correctly. So as you can see, if you looked at my finals match, game 1, I didn't have a Bardock, and game 3, I didn't have a Bardock. I didn't see any of those cards. I was pretty unlucky, unfortunately, but it happens. So with that being said, this card just helps search for the Bardock. Moving forward, we run 4 Planet Vegeta. Planet Vegeta is the heart and bread and butter of the deck. This card is for your apes. What it does is it allows you to search for any stand in your deck 4 or less and add it to your hand. Additionally, at the end of the turn, you can re-stand any of your apes right into active mode, which is amazing. So with that being said, this is needed in order to become as defensive as possible in the game. We run 4 March of the Great Apes. This is also the bread and butter of the deck because this allows you to play your apes for free. Essentially, you pay 4 mana to bring out up to 2 apes. So you're basically spending 4 mana for 2 big apes, which would be either your Prince Vegeta or your Bardock, which is amazing. And additionally, you draw 2 cards after summoning them. That's super good. It allows the deck to draw very well, and it allows the deck to move at a fast pace with this current format. Now, the last 12 cards I'm going to show you guys are basically staples that I insist on running regardless of the deck type, at least for this type of format. And this is 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. This is the card that actually I lost to in the game. My opponent was able to net all 4 in one game, including his super combos. That was the last card he netted off his life when he was at 1, and he was able to steal the game. Literally steal the game at that point. So what it does is, you pay 1 energy, you draw a card, and you give your character or leader plus 10k on the defense or attack. The next card I run is 4 super combos. Yes, 4. If you're not running 4, you're bad. And last but not least, we run 4 Freehan. Yes, I don't call this guy by his name. He is one of the best cards in the game, in my opinion, for blue. He allows you to play himself in rest mode, defending an attack, and then on your turn, you can become aggressive and attack right back. So this is the main board. Now, we are going to go through the sideboard, and I'm just going to explain a few choices. We're going to keep this video as short as possible. We ran 2 Mass Saiyan. Mass Saiyan came in clutch in my finals match. Game 1, I didn't have it in my deck, and I didn't start optimally, so I couldn't do much in that match. Game 2, I saw both of them, and I was able to kill his Bergamos and proceed to scoop him up. Game 3, it came in, it did some damage. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win the game. So he's very good because he can remove up to 5 cards or less, just coming in just off of 1 energy. All you need is 5 cards in your discard pile so you can overwhelm him. And he's a 20k double strike. Very good, very handy. The only thing he can't do is remove blockers. As you can see, my opponent had double Yajirobis on the board, which was pretty nasty. The next card I run on my sideboard is 2 Fu Shrouded in Mystery. He came in clutch in one of my games, actually against the mirror match against the 8 player in top 16. I was able to drop him, come out on the board, stop all of his blockers. He couldn't block anymore. He only had 2 energy standard, swung out, and proceeded to win. That was it. Game was over. He had a Flying Nimbus in his hand, and he couldn't even use it. So I won my match 2-0 with him being in the finals in the last match. The next card I run is a staple. Unfortunately, I never had to use it, which was 4 Haru Haru, Attacker Majin. This card is used for yellow or green. If you ever play against a yellow or green leader, you side them in, and your opponent is free. It literally comes out, restands all the energy that you paid for her, plus 1. She restands 4 energy, but she costs 3. That's freaking amazing. You can literally plan it, play her, restand all 4, play a Bardock that costs 1, take a life, play her again. You could do the most crazy plays in 1 turn. The next 2 cards I ran was Bad Ring Laser. I sideboarded it in a few times against certain players during Swiss rounds and during the top cut. Never saw it. Never saw it at all. So it was like it was never in the deck. Could have came in clutch, but if you don't see it, the card can't do anything. The last cards that I run in pairs of 2 is Time Control Corona. Her ability, she shits on yellow. That's all you need to know, primarily Shugesh. And then the last 3 cards I ran were Triple Crusher Ball, which another card I wasn't able to really use, but it was phenomenal. And it was able to stop some of my opponents if they would literally be set up in that way, like stopping a small little chunks early on when they play it, so you can just kill it off. So this was the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I showed you the main deck and the sideboard. I gave you the explanations that you needed, and as always, thank you for watching, and this channel is all about you.